This is a beautiful Korean love story about a terminally ill boy who was in love with his first love. He only had 1 year to live, but he managed to live 3 years more than expected thanks to her. Here's their tear-jerking love story. Yoo Il Ho was born with an illness called spinal muscular atrophy. It made him very weak. At times it felt like he couldn't move at all. But he always tried his best to do everything a normal kid could do. He went to school, played games, and hung out with friends. He had an older sister named Yoo Il Ho. She loved her brother so much. Even though she was busy with school, she would often come to see him. And when she wasn't around, their parents took care of him. They were all very worried about him. When he was 17, he started high school, but he soon got sick again and had to stay home for 3 months. His friends visited him every day. "It's boring here. I want to go out," he told his friends. They nodded, understanding how bored he must be. So they started coming to his home every weekend to play games and watch movies together. But he still wanted to go out. One day, a new girl came to visit him. Her name was Yoonseo. She was from another class, but had heard about him from a friend. "Are you having fun?" she asked him. He shook his head. "I wish I could go to school," he said. Yoonseo looked at him for a moment. Then she said, "Why don't we have a little field trip right here, right now?" She grabbed his hand and took him on a tour of his own house. They looked around as if they were at a museum. "Wow, this is so exciting," he said, laughing. She smiled and said, "Let's keep having adventures like this." And that's what they did. After spending time with her, he no longer felt bored. He started looking forward to the weekends when she would come to visit. One day while hanging out, Yoonseo noticed that he was staring at her. "What is it?" she asked. He blushed. I was just thinking," he said. "Thinking what?" she asked, teasing him. "Nothing," he replied, embarrassed. Yoonseo was a bright and cheerful girl. Soon he started liking her. One day he worked up the courage to tell her. He asked her if she liked him. Yoonseo was surprised, but she had actually liked him for some time already. "Yes, I like you," she said. He smiled and held her hand. One day, his parents called him into their room. "We need to talk about something important," his mom said. He sat down and looked at them. "Your health has been deteriorating lately. You've been bedridden for a long time. I'm afraid you won't be able to graduate with your classmates," his dad said. He nodded, knowing they were right. He didn't want to be a burden to his family, so he said, "Can I go to school just once, please?" His parents looked at each other. "All right, we'll make that arrangement for you," his mother said, hugging him. The next day, his classmates and teachers came to his house to take him to school. They all walked together. Yoonseo held his hand. When they arrived at school, he saw that they had prepared a place for him. He could watch classes from there. After that, his friends invited him to go to the rooftop with them. "Don't you want to take a break from studying?" one of them asked. He nodded. As they walked to the rooftop, he heard someone call his name. He turned around and saw Yoonseo. "Are you going to the rooftop?" he asked. He nodded. "Then let's go together," she said. They walked side by side. When they reached the rooftop, his friends all cheered. "You came," one of them shouted. "Of course I did," Yoonseo replied. They all sat down. "You can sit here if you want," one of his friends said, patting the space next to him. She shook her head. "No, it's okay." "I'll sit over there," she said, pointing to a nearby bench. He looked at her, confused. She smiled and said, "Don't worry, I'm not going to bother you. Just have fun with your friends." He nodded, but he didn't understand why she was being so distant. That day, His friends played soccer while he and Yoonseo watched. He was bored, so he got up. I'm going to get some water, he said. Coming, Yoonseo said, getting up. He stopped her. No, you stay here. I'll be back in a bit, he said. Are you sure? She asked. Yes, he replied. She nodded, but she was worried. He came back with a glass of water and sat down next to her. I was getting worried, she said. Sorry, he replied. He could tell she was hiding something. Is something bothering you? He asked. She hesitated, then nodded. What is it? He asked. She took a deep breath and said, Do you think I'm selfish? What? He asked. I feel like I'm bothering you, she said, looking down. He reached out and held her hand. Don't say that. You're not bothering me at all. I'm glad you're my friend, he said. She looked up at him, surprised. He blushed and quickly took his hand back. I mean, you're a good friend. You're not a bother at all, he said. She smiled and squeezed his hand. Time passed and soon it was graduation day. He was so happy that he could attend. He walked across the stage to receive his diploma. Yoonseo was waiting for him outside. When he came out, she congratulated him. You did it, she said. He smiled. Thanks to you, he replied. After graduation, he went back to the hospital. He had gotten worse and needed to be bedridden again. Yoonseo visited him every day, just like before. They played games and watched movies. He was very happy to have her by his side. One day, his parents came to see him with two men. Who are these people? He asked. These two doctors will take care of you from now on, his dad said. Nice to meet you, one of the doctors said. Me too, he replied. The doctor noticed Yoonseo sitting next to his bed. You must be Yoonseo, he said. Yes, she replied. I'm a close friend of Il Ho. Is something wrong? The doctor asked. Oh no. I just wanted to ask if there's anything I can do to help, Yoonseo said. Thank you, but you don't have to do anything. We'll take care of everything, the doctor said. Yoonseo nodded, although she was disappointed that she couldn't help. The two doctors stayed with him for a few weeks, but his condition didn't improve. In fact, it got worse. Il Ho, I have some news, his mother said one day. What is it? He asked. The doctors said that you don't have much time left. They recommend that you go to a hospice, his mother said. He nodded, knowing that his time had come. Yoonseo came to see him the next day. How are you feeling? She asked. A little tired, he replied. Oh, I'm sorry, she said. He smiled. It's okay. I've lived longer than I expected anyway, he said. Thanks to you, I was able to enjoy my last days. I'm really grateful for that, he continued. She smiled. No, I should be thanking you. You made me a better person, she said. Yoonseo, I want to tell you something, he said. What is it? She asked. I love you, he said. She was shocked. Why, you do? She stammered, yes. From the bottom of my heart, he replied. She nodded, tears streaming down her face. I love you too, she whispered. He closed his eyes, holding her hand. Yoonseo, promise me something, he said. What is it? She asked, wiping away her tears. Promise me you'll live a happy life, he said. I promise, she whispered. He opened his eyes one last time, looked at her and smiled. Then he closed his eyes for the last time. Yoonseo stayed by his side until he was taken away. She didn't cry even though she was heartbroken. She knew that he wouldn't want her to be sad. A few days later, she visited his grave. She brought flowers and placed them on his grave. "I love you," she whispered. Suddenly, she heard someone call her name. She turned around and saw the two doctors. "Yoonseo, I'm so sorry," one of them said. "Sorry for what?" she asked. "We didn't tell you this before, but Il Ho was able to live longer than expected because of you. You gave him hope to live and he really appreciated that. I am sure he wouldn't have been able to live as happily as he did without you," the doctor said. She was surprised. "Really?" she asked. "Yes," the doctor replied. She looked at his grave and smiled. "I love you, Il Ho," she whispered. She knew that he was watching over her from somewhere, and that gave her strength to live her life. Some time had passed. Yoonseo graduated from university and got a job. She was doing well, just like Il Ho had wished. One day, she was at a cafe when she heard a familiar voice. "I love you," it said. She turned around and saw a man. He was kneeling in front of her, holding a bouquet of flowers. "Yoonseo, will you marry me?" he asked. She was in shock. She had never expected to find love again after losing Il Ho. But this man was kind and sincere. And most importantly, he made her laugh and feel happy again. She took a deep breath and replied, "Yes, I will marry you." The two embraced, and she knew that Il Ho would be happy for her.